This is the Acer model EVS-3VKH, 3-axis CNC vertical milling machine.
And let's do a walk around. We'll show a few things here. Obviously a 3-axis servo motor. Start with the control up here. I've already got it turned on and I've already homed it just to save a little bit of time. So we've got that ready to go in jog mode. And spindle we'll start with in a minute up here first, and we can run them both separately just to hear things run and operate properly. But here's spindle control up high with tachometer on there. And yeah, that's about it up front. Other than the rest of it, it's servoing now, so I can't turn it. But you got hand wheels for when you're not servoing. Crank down below for vertical, of course. Very much standard knee type mill for sure. As you come around here, we do have the curtain, the DROs are on there for all 3 axes, of course. A lot of hardware, and toolbox down below, a couple of wrenches, the holding blocks, the building blocks, the oilers all down on the side here. I've hit that a few times. We got things oiled up. I don't know if you can see the ways in there. They're nice though. They're in good shape for sure. For the Y-axis. Coming around here, I'm tempting on the floor. Watch yourself. 208 volts. Now this is really only for the frequency drive, which is in this cabinet, the Toshiba. The rest of the controller, as you come off of that and pan left, is 110, just plug in, which is really right here. That's me plugged in off the wall. And there's a little start-stop station as you come around there on the left. I think it's for a coolant pump, but we don't have that on here right now. So we close that up. This is the main controller inside here, with some documentation on top. The 3 drive boards primarily are in here, and that's about it. So, and the back of the control, where all the feedback for the DRO, the 110 coming in and power back up. On-off switch for the controller is right over here. And the door, if you want to get in, if you ever have to get a keyboard or mouse plugging in here, it's all in. There's the floppy drive. So, coming back around the front, as I said earlier, we're servoing. We can do the spindle first. I am in high range right now. There we go, just snapped in. Yeah, I'm in high range and I can turn it on. Frequency is from 0 to 160 hertz, so you can overclock it. I think we're good to go right now. We should be on. The E-stops are all off. I should be able to power it up in high speed. Can't see it, but you can hear it. We're about 1500 right now. Like I said, I can kind of watch the needle. And there's 2000, 23, 2500 in forward. Then we can stop it and go reverse. Clamps down real nice, back up again, and reverse. Go a little more, and reverse, come on down. You see you can get on it, but you can hardly see it. In low speed you'll be able to tell. And we'll stop it there. Just jump once in the low real quick here, and we'll come back out. And flip rotation, of course. Now reverse will become forward in low speed. Yeah. Now you might be able to kind of see it. You get it down pretty low. It's about 200, it's about 175. Yeah, sure. And back up to maybe mid-range here, 60 hertz, which is about 300. We'll stop that. Go back into forward. I'm not sorry, forward. High speed, lock that in, and we're all good to go. Forward. 2000. That's good. And that said, we can jump in over here. I think I'm on F4 now, which is jog, I believe. So if I hit here, I think I could just move the table at 20. Where am I at? 30%. I've got it going nice and slow for a minute. There it is. So you can kind of see here. I'm going to hit the arrow. That's at 30%. We go back and forth a couple times. Come on back. A little bit more. Right about there. I'm going to do Y. Come towards us some. And back the other way. And the same with Z right here. I left the handle on because when I'm running the program, you can't hardly tell if the quill's moving. during the program, but I can do Z on plus or minus, and then hit minus here, and go the other way with Z. That all works pretty good. So let me back it up a little bit, and I'll leave it right about there maybe, so we can see it during the video. That's good. So that's, oh, and then we can also feed plus it. It's at 30%. If you come in on this, if you kind of come in close, there's 30%. I'm going to go back up to 100%. I'll leave it there for my program. There's 90, 100. Now back up a little bit, and things are going to move a little bit faster here. So now we can jog in 100%. It's a lot quicker. And you'll see this when we're running, but not as long of a period of time. So move it over there a little bit. I'll just leave it right there. I think we can just leave it, and now get back on the control here. If you come on up here again, and I'll jump in on, let's see if I can remember, F9. We'll exit out of this and get into there's my program, which basically the first step one is to cut a small circle, then a little bit bigger, and then do a finish run on the circle. And then the step two, it'll ask us to change the tools. And then we go into step two, which is a 4-hole bolt pattern, which at that time the Z-ax does like a pecking type drill hole. So we'll just pull back a little bit. I'm gonna hit go. When I hit go, like I said, no, I think enter. Let me see, we just go. No, it is, I'm sorry, I don't know this control that well. Run, let's do F4. And then F2, run. And then F4, start, and then shows all our positions. So I'm gonna hit F4 now. It might ask me for a tool. Or no, just hit go. Let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna hit go, and this is coming down a 1/4 inch, so ZX already came down. And now it's asking me for a tool change for that first step, and I'm just gonna hit go and say I've changed it. There's 1/4 inch there. Z goes down for the circular pattern, that'll stay there. And now we're going to start doing our circle. And I've got the path up here so you can follow that too. So whichever one you want to zoom in on at any given time, you've got a couple minutes here. It's about a 3-minute program for both steps. The noise you hear is this guy here. So and you kind of watch it, because I can come out of there and go on to F2, which is my whole program, or back to F1 path. And watch this guy, picks it right up where it's at and follows it around. That's the second hole, it's a little bit bigger. And now it'll go just bigger again. And after it finishes this pass, it'll slow down and make that same pass for a finish cut. Very, very small. There it is. Now we're gonna do a finish cut, which is a lot slower. And you'll see that thing go all the way around. It takes about 30 seconds for it to come around. So we got time to show both. Almost halfway around. Like I said, it takes a little bit. You see everyone's barely moving on X until we come back around the circle, and now it picks up. Now we're coming back down to the very end here at that 6 o'clock position. That'll be the end of the cut. That should be it right about there. And done. Goes back to home, rapids back. Now it's going to ask me to change tool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit go, we're going to change tool, and kind of watch. We're going to do that 4-hole bolt pattern, but kind of keep an eye moving on this spindle now. This is kind of neat. We got a pecking cycle in here that it'll just go, there it goes now. So it's going to get deeper and deeper. I think it takes 4 pecks or 5 pecks all the way down for each hole. If you can get it on that quill. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There's one hole. Yeah. After the second hole, you can pull back and maybe see the rapid then to the third hole. It's kind of neat. Third hole. Last one coming up. And that's it. Back to step one, which is we just did the circle pattern and the 4-hole bolt pattern, and it's right back to step one. If I hit go again, it'll repeat the same program all over. It's a good running tool. We're good to go here.